Alrighty. Hello guys, how are we going? Sorry, I thought, well, I've been putting together one of those little medal cards for the new Kairi medal, and I thought, why not share that with you guys? So, we're going to go ahead and have a quick look at her. I'm nearly done with it, but like I said, I thought, while I'm almost done, I may as well show you guys what's going on. So, she's pretty ridiculous. Don't mind the effect on the player stuff just yet, and the supernova effect, that's for Pirate Zoro. But to overwrite that in a little bit. But yeah, for those that are just going to watch this on YouTube, watch the first 5 seconds. The new Kairi is pretty insane. Hey Dan, how you doing? Kind of a weird oddball though. It's not like the perfect buffer that the old Kairis have typically been in the past, where it would automatically become your de facto buffer. It's kind of a support, and something of a strange one at that. Hey Watercage, how you doing, buddy? Hey Coda, how you going? Very interesting sort of thing. Hey J-Pop, how you doing? Alright, let's just talk about it. So, I'll bring up this real quick. Bing bong, thank you Twitch, I know. So, you guys can't see this right now, let me flick over to this. Okay, so, she gives out quite a few good buffs, so plus 10 to all of her relevant attributes, so plus 10 PSM, plus 10 general, plus 10 upright. But doesn't do a lot of the things that a Kairi usually does, or like Dan's just saying right now, doesn't do a lot of things that a Kairi usually does. So even though she does cost 0 to actually cast, she doesn't give you back any gauges. So a lot of, when you're versing opponents in PvE sort of stuff, maybe not opponents is the right word, but when you're versing, you know, typical enemies in PvE, strong enemies to take multiple turns to take out, you want a buffer at the beginning of the Keyblade that's going to be restoring those gauges for you to actually allow you to cast your super attacks. It's weird because so many medals cost so many gauges these days. And, you know, Pirate Zoro being the perfect example that consumes literally everything you have left. And yeah, you can have supernovas that'll patch you up, but they will only ever work for one turn. Unless you die and pay to come back, but that's pretty pointless in a mission where it says, you know, don't use any continues if you want the full reward. You're always going to need something to give you back gauges. And whether that be from medal effects like, I don't know, like Supernova Sephiroth, for example, where he costs 6, but he will give you back 3, so if you put a Supernova special attack gauge 0 medal on him, for example, the net effect of him every time you cast him is giving you back plus 3. A lot of these medals cost additional gauges in addition to whatever the written cost is on the actual medal itself to account for that. I'm going to stream this weekend. I'm going to try, yeah. I'm out tomorrow night, I'm out the night after, but potentially Saturday morning, my time I could do a stream, which would be Friday night your time. And potentially Sunday morning my time, so Saturday night your guys' time as well. But yeah, short answer yes. Short answer yes. Alrighty, so I'll show you what I'm working on. My typical like monstrosity of a thing, and you guys will hopefully see that as it's coming together. So you can't really see it, but oh well. I'll flick it over here. Bink. Been watching a bit of Evangelion as I've been streaming, as I've been putting this together. Did my ticket pulls and got a Supernova Sephiroth and a Hades. Not bad at all. Antelopes don't cook well at all. I've not seen that name before. Couldn't wait, I had to pull. Oh, nice. How'd you go? Actually, speaking of which, let's do a pull. Now, the reason I didn't stream for so long is I couldn't get Nox to work. And here we go. Every time I do something new, it seems to freeze. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I have to like use it a whole bunch first. Because it's freezing a hell of a lot with this new update. But if I leave it alone and don't actually use it, it seems to... Maybe that's what it is. Maybe every time I'm sending in like a new request to do something, or as in like every time I'm clicking on it and making it do stuff, it gives it that has the potential to freeze. Because if I just leave it alone, it doesn't seem to freeze at all. Interesting. Alright, well we'll boot that back up. I don't think we're going to have much luck with Nox, but it doesn't really matter. We can have a look at the Kairi in the meantime. And we can put together this little thing in the meantime, so... what do you think, guys? I should put... Alright, you guys can't see the screen right now, that's okay. If I make a little thing here that just says damage, and I put that in... What's the Kairi do? So we're almost done with the card, I'll show you in a sec. So the strength, the damage, and the multipliers are done. But I'll put the card together in a second. Basically, she gives additional strength to all upright medals following her, is a huge gimmick. And that's pretty insane. We'll talk about it as we keep going. More bleep bloops. My PC specs. Yeah, water. I don't know what you're gonna do, buddy, because that doesn't seem like too friendly of a thing to me. It seems like All our plans are coming asunder, huh? Every time they put out a new update, it's like, oh boy, what are they gonna do this time? Like you started making that thing when it was just multiply that was relevant, basically. All metals, yeah, the strength is always increasing, but not to the degree, not to that degree. Anyway, assets. My PC specs. I can probably send you the build that I have, actually. My friend and I put together this little build maybe 12 months ago now. Maybe a bit over. Brandad, how you doing? Hey, Badge, how you doing? What's going on, guys? It's been a while since I've done one of these, but yeah. It's been too long. It's been too long. Let's see how Nox is going. We'll boot up Union Cross again and see what happens with that. Text is the folder I'm looking for, and we're just going to call this damage. No worries. So what I want to have ideally here is roughly where you guys are looking at here. I want to have like supernova damage, and so that's going to be like, it's a single target attack that does 220. That's Pirate Sora, so we'll change it up for Kairi. And then the actual effect of the supernova, literally in terms of like what it does with emotional abuse. This metal does more damage than the actual Kairi in Kingdom Hearts 3. Oof. Yikes. Hey, bye, how you doing? Man, I really liked your Final Form video, dude. That was a great video. And you got Sora Alarm as well. Awesome stuff. Just saw SGGQ, yeah. Do you think we'll see Lingering Will Metal? I guarantee you, Andrew. I guarantee we'll see one. But I reckon they're gonna like they're kind of pushing on the boundaries of spoiler territory right now. I reckon that's at a certain point, like, all bets will be off, and it'll just be like spoilery metals the entire way through. Like, I mean, Anti-Arc was a pretty big spoiler, but I guess if you're watching the trailers, well, Lingering Will was in the trailer for a second as well. Anyway, Matthew, but I think the trade-off is worth it, especially in PvE Coliseum, where like strength is everything. It's absolutely everything. If you can have, and I'm still needing this to be confirmed. BIOS update. Oh, you want me to flash the BIOS on my PC? I don't think it's that. I think because it isn't just freezing. Like, I'll show you. I'll show you what I mean. It'll just like randomly freeze sometimes. And it's only when you're like sending in requests to do certain things. It's strange. I'm pretty sure it's just Union Cross like checks if it's being run on an emulator every so often. And I think that's what's happening here. I'm going to try and get like one pull out. And hopefully we can do like one pull on camera. Alright. Hopefully this works. Let's see. Should we test it with the... Alright, we'll do a little test with this one draw first. Is there any logs anywhere? Logs of... Oh, we get a decent medal though. Hey, look at that. For a free medal, that's not bad. Not bad for a freebie. God, the new update's really quite good. Boy, I'd love to do that, dude. I'd love to do that. Alright, well, we're still in the shop and we haven't crashed yet. Should we try and do a 10 draw ticket pull? I think the answer to that is yes. Whole computer freezing or just the emulator? Just the emulator. It's literally just the emulator. And it's not even the emulator itself, it's just cucks within the emulator. The emulator itself still works. Because you can go, there's a couple 7 stars in there. Holy shit! Oh boy. You guys can see this, can't you? I just screamed holy shit in the middle of my apartment complex at 3 AM in the morning, but oh well. Oh well, that was worth it. Bruh. Just gonna close that door real quick. Hi guys, how we doing? A little boosty boost right there. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. Take that right to the bank. I think this makes up for Demix, because I spent a lot on Demix and there we go, we're frozen now. See what happens? It like grinds down on absolute... Oh, you guys can probably hear like absolute shit right now. Yeah. Chrome.exe. Okay, so that's what happens when the emulator crashes. So again, it's only Cucks crashing though, so I can still close Cucks. Can you have that amber? Alright, we'll try and reload we'll try and reload the game. If they have the new Kairi in the ticket pools. They're not gonna. No way. Whoa. No, they won't, because it would have already been set before Kairi was added into the game 24 hours ago. Kevin, that's correct. Crafted Light 17. Crafted Light 7 rather. Has 17 traits waiting. They... It's like, in case of like players having a shit fit, crack the glass and bring out draw tickets. I swear, that's what they are. Obesely lucky, how dare you? Hey Paul, how you doing? Thanks for the follow. The odds had to be, well, they can't have been great odds. I can't imagine they were great odds. Look at me grinning right now, hey? I really wanted that medal. I really, really wanted that. And I think I have 2 traits waiting for it. Alright, did we freeze? I hope those medals still went into my inventory. What am I sorting by here? Oh, thank God. Woohoo! Look at this bitch! Roll traits on her? Let's see what happens. A bloody boosted one as well. Holy smokes, people. Well, alright, they're separated because of second chance. Let's just do 1 for now. You can't bitch about my luck. It comes and goes. It comes and goes. That's like everything in this game. It definitely comes and goes. Alright, what we got? Wow. I'm sorry. I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm sorry, guys. Well, that makes up for these 2 boys right here. That makes up for these 2. Whew. What's going on, guys? What's going on? Alright, that was 1. Hot diggity damn. Alright. Alright, alright. Alright, you guys want to pull along with me? Alright, so it's 250 right now. Do a pull with a screenshot of 250 in here and we can compare. Well, like, just do a screenshot and the time has to say like 50. You gotta like, try and get the time. Or for 51. 51 is right now. No 7 stars at all in this pull. Thank you, Zaz. Thank you, everyone. Okay, that's a bit more to be expected. That's a bit nicer. So what is this boy? I've never even... Obviously, that's another VIP medal that I don't have. Fine with that. Just goes into the album. That's fine. J-Pop quits the game again. Come on, let's not be like that, guys. Come on. Alright, how we go in that pull, guys? How do we go? If you guys are pulling along with me. Fucking hell, that's crazy. That's pretty insane. There's Vela, you just missed a hell of a pull. You just missed a hell of a pull. Rewind about 5 seconds. Well, rewind about 3 minutes. Okay. I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty freaking happy with that. I'll just pop her in. Go on, let's see. Let's see what happens. Second chance story. She is the definition of second chance. Alright, let's see what happens. Got 2 Prime Roxases, what the fear? What, in the same pool? Okay, that's more like it. That's more like it. That's more like it, people. And the second chance failed as well. That's fine. I don't give a shit. I could give a toss, people. I'm so stoked with that. I'm so stoked about that. Wait. Did we unlock a training slot for your boy? We might have. Oh, they don't count this time around. Interesting. Yeah, J-Pop, it doesn't replace it, definitely not. I think it's going to be like literally mandatory on PvE Coliseum setups. But there's going to be like a trade-off between... There's going to be like a trade-off between how many copies of that you want and how much you actually benefit from having it. It's sort of strange. Fucking hell, that was nuts. Alright, can I actually evolve her? I can. Woohoo! No, only with jewels. Isabella, we're good. We're good, I think. Alright, should we do a couple more? The go on's good. Here we go. Nigel. I think that definitely makes up for, can you imagine if I get another one? Jeez. That definitely makes up for Demix kind of shafting me a bit. That's alright. Tier 8 Meower. What was the 7-star? Oh, it was Malusha. Oh, I've never got a Starlight Star or Trait Medal. Interesting. Tier 5 Lingering Will. Little Terror. Kairi Strength Boost can stack. Apparently it can. I haven't seen it confirmed personally yet. But allegedly it can. Allegedly it can. What's the scoop on the new Kairi? So, the fact that she gives plus 500 strength to everything means that certain competitions are only no 7-stars this time. Certain competitions are going to be absolutely turned on their head. Like PvE Coliseum, she's now mandatory. Mandatory for that. It definitely can stack. Alright, well there you go. Oh boy. Now it's going to be a case of like, how many copies of her do you run? Like, you want her with extra attack, obviously. And you want copycat medals with her. Told me there's a live stream, but there was nothing. We're here. We're streaming. Rapid Lightning, can you hear us? Put Blitz and 20 in Fairy slot 5 and Pet slow. Just wasted it. I wouldn't rush out to get it though. Like this mechanic surely doesn't live just on this Kairi. What's the game? Oh, so it's Union Cross. So it's a free mobile game for your mobile devices. And the idea is that you play as a little Kiddlywink who was recruited into one of 5 unions and made to fight in a war that you had nothing to do with, really. 3 7-stars. Neo Shadow. Ooh! Shiny Mickey. First time I got one of him. He turns people into magic, doesn't it? Oh, he turns metals magic, doesn't it? Is that a different Mickey? Oh no, the other Mickey turns some power. That's right. Yeah, but that's Naminé Oblivion. See, I feel like... Double cast with the double cast copy metal. Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that you could potentially do that and stack it. Was it 5,000 for the Supernova, and then if you cast her twice and then 2 more on a copy, another 2,000? There would be a trade-off point where it would stop being worth it. But you'd have to find out exactly where that was. Like if you had like 1 reverse buffer. J5. Oh, you're yeah, we got a new Kairi in the game. Primix is what I'm thinking about. That's correct. That is correct. I'm glad I have that one though. My album's looking pretty fresh. Alright, I'm going to save half of them for later. So, how about we work on this for now, and then we'll put together her little metal card, and then we'll talk about what she does. So, I've got to figure out like a graphic, how to graphically represent increasing in strength. That's a Supernova, and... Alright, let's put that in. So, alright, that's what she looks like right now. Let's go ahead and change this up a little bit. So... Alright, tell me what your union leader is. In my case, I've got the Leopardus one. So I've got the Gula. Essentially, all the leaders go ahead and fight with all the Keyblade wielders. And they all die, except for you. They all die, quote unquote. I'm assuming some people survive. But everyone dies, quote unquote. And everyone that survives, or didn't fight in the war in the first place, gets put into an alternate reality version of the world you just came from, which is a data recreation of the world we just came from, where we're being kept in like a comatose-esque state while someone else is pulling the rug over our eyes, making us believe we're fighting the original war when in fact we're not. But then that world is about to be doomed as well, and someone else is trying to send us to another alternate reality, and but the world we're in right now, this started glitching out before that happened. So pretty straightforward story, obviously. Oh, and this is all set place allegedly thousands of years before Sora and his friends start running around. That make sense? I hope not. If it does, you're insane. Hands of Justice. Couldn't have said it better myself. Could not have said it better. And if anyone wants to contribute to that, by the way, feel free. What if it be a medal set that comes out where each medal is more powerful depending on what union you're in? Wouldn't that be a cool idea? Like, if you had a Gula medal, it was more powerful if you're in Leopardus, for example. Ventura's best grandpa. Go again. Naminé EX plus needs a Supernova with a fixed damage set to Iberian. I mean, that wouldn't even be out of place at this point anymore. Wouldn't it be cool if like we voted nominate EX as our like favorite medal and they had to upgrade her? Bio, look at this again, recognized, dude. Everyone wants a piece of you. You did good for telling it. What? Right, so have you watched me trying to explain that in my YouTube video? The like hour-long one? Good luck to you if you've watched that. Alright, Kairi Supernova Plus. So we're going to create a new media source. It's going to be buffs Kairi SNB. Click. Assets. Where do we just save it to? Buffs. Bing bong boop. Okay. So we'll copy and paste the filters onto that one. We'll delete pirate story shit out of there. Go ahead and pop you into here, my darling. Alrighty, in you go. I'll show you guys. My brother, like, as soon as the update came out, I was at volleyball. My brother sent me this. I'll show you a photo. Hasn't not been changed yet. What do you mean? Oh no, that was pirate story still. So I'm still working through it. Let me show you this. Kieran, I'm revealing your pools, by the way. Alright. Alright, so my brother sends me this photo before. Porto or Pieface? Pieface. I don't think we have that in WA. Maybe we do. If we do, I haven't tried it. Which is like a Union Cross remake for consoles with one of the Union Cross ladies being a playable character. I mean, that sounds like fun. I mean, originally Nomura wanted to tell the story of Union Cross as a full, like a proper game, I'm pretty sure, but, you know, a full 3D game. Alright, let me switch back to this real quick. So my brother sends me this photo, like as soon as the update comes out, and then like 2 minutes later he sends me this one. Go on, load. Look at this son of a bitch. He put 6 traits into it, and that's how 5 of them rolled. Fucking hell. It's been a lucky day for their family, I think. That's the saying. Alright, back to this. Okie dokie do. Sorry, that's her multis, and her supernova effect is which? It's times 160 or times 200 with the plus? Times 200 with the plus, okay. Now, was I clever? I wasn't. Damn. We're taking the time releasing a full Shion meta. Well, I reckon, like I said, once the spoiler wall comes down, I think we're gonna see like a proper Shion medal. And then like Shion in a proper outfit at the end of the, you know, in the CG cinematic at the end. They're gonna stretch these characters out for a long ass time still, I reckon. And then we'll get like Remind DLC characters, this, that, and the other. It'll never end. It'll never end, people. Where might I find a times 200? Pirate Star is 220. You maybe? Nope. Trying to find like where I've hidden all my additional like. Oh, now we're backwards. Our work is insane on this medal. Which one? Kairi. Could this new Aqua medal be tier 10 or is it too early? It's a good question. It's a pretty good question. I don't personally see it, but what? I'll tell you who might know, actually. Well, Roboloid might know. Let's ask him. Was there any evidence of new... Any tier 10 symbols in the update file for Aqua, perhaps? I don't think so. I think he would have made a big deal out of it if it was. If he found it, that is. He might not have found it. But I think he would notice if such a thing existed. Pirate Star on my first free 10 pull. Bloody hell, congratulations. Not bad. Speaking of free pulls. I get the itch again. Should we do another one? Ah. I've had to space these out. I'm not going to be able to pull again for a long ass time. Got Pirate Star and Zeus for the first 2 free draws. Not bad. Try the metal upload. Yes, I could. Yeah, I'll try it right now, actually. Oh man, I got excited then. Another one of these boys. Ugh. higher the raise the strength cap, the less boosted metals and strength traits are worth it. Even this new... Well, yeah, I wonder if that's like their way of trying to get the general public into like, oh, you gotta pull for this thing. It'll counter all your bad luck. You know, if everyone else has plus 1,000 traits on everything. So I need the English translation. Oh, gotcha. Well, subslots are still good, man. Subslots are still good. Speaking of which, we should probably go ahead and pop our new... If I do that, I guarantee it'll freeze. Like, for whatever reason, I think if Nox isn't loading anything new, it's like fine. But if okay, let's say I try going to the equipment menu, which I haven't done yet. I might have done it once actually. If I bring up subslots, okay, still fine. My theory is that doing new stuff is what causes it to freeze. And sweet metal edits. Hey Ace, how you doing? Yes. And there we go, yeah, there it's frozen. Yeah, I think whenever I'm doing like new stuff, it causes the game to freeze. Alright, we're gonna restart Nox, and then in the meantime, like I said, we're gonna keep plugging back at this. So, okay. So that's the effect of a supernova. So what I want to do with this is I want to copy it. And I want to paste a duplicate of it. Cool, that worked. Alright, so we're going to crop that. I'm going to get rid of the bottom of it. Tell me why I'm wrong for watching Netflix Evangelion, by the way, because I'm enjoying it so far. But what's bad about it? 250. Volkazard, how you doing? Oh, that was a bit too much. Cha-ching. That's perfect. That one's just right. If I clear my data and the cache on Nox, no I haven't. But I got a theory about why it's not working. And again, it's working some of the time, just not all the time. Just gonna brute strength my way through it, I think. So we crop that one down. Okay. Alrighty. So put in text damage. I want you guys input on this as well. Like, tell me if this looks decent or not. If it looks like shit, then I won't do it. But I'm trying to think of like the most intuitive way that makes sense to you guys. Because there's so much freaking information about these metals. I'm trying to like ignore. Whoa, hello there. Like ignore the shit that's not important. But like at the same time acknowledge like boosters, for example. Like I've got the Roxas booster there on the bottom. Because that's relevant right now. Like the amount of damage it's doing right now does factor in that Roxas booster. But it won't be there forever. So you come back and look at this thing later and be like, okay, well, you know, just ignore that part if you want. Get back to driving, so have a lovely day. Go get another anti-aqua from a freefall. I got 4 more chances. Change the job and rewrite things isn't bad, it's a different interpretation of material. I heard, no, Red Baron, no Gedra store whatsoever. I heard people complaining a little bit about some of the things they changed, which, yeah, fair enough. And the fact that they got like a new cast to dub it, but I've heard like mixed things on the original dub anyway, so. Anyway, I'm enjoying it so far. I plan to keep watching it all. I plan to. To get the illustrated medals for Terra and Sora. Nice. Just need 3 more for illustrated Terra. He's actually boosted. Well, I can, as someone with it that actually owns an illustrated Terra boosted, I can recommend it. Did you guys notice that like if you filter by tier 9 right now, like if you have any ones that are still at tier 4, they won't show up in this list anymore? There's boosted boy right here. What does this thing do exactly? This thing, I'm nearly done. This thing gives you additional strength to any of your upright metals. Like, hey Robot, speaking of the devil, there he is. People in the chat had a question for you. People were wondering if you had any, any evidence of tier 10 metals in the game, like did the tier 10 symbol appear in the assets list, for example? Yeah, Oblivion. With a supernova, it goes up to 280. I actually just finished the graphic for that. Send me the Kairi image that I have. Forgot what. Oh yeah, I actually made my own. Yes, I'll send you the one I made. Made my own, rather. I just What a KH, there he is. Let's go ahead and grab assets, metals. Yeah, we'll swipe that for you. I think it's pretty tiny though. I think like kilobyte wise it's not too big, so hopefully that comes out for you, but it's in there for you now. No, we're in tier 10s yet. Fair enough. I was gonna say, I would have thought you would have made a bigger deal about it if such a thing existed, but... Alrighty. Okay, she does 180 and then 200. Okay. Oh, J-Pop, I checked this morning because it said the 27th. So I checked this morning and it wasn't there anymore. Or it wasn't on the sale price anymore. No words. How about any pictures? Words. Tier 10 will arrive at the JP anniversary. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Paul logged into the free tickets and got another anti-Ho trait medal in the kingdom. I think I know who you mean. Thanks, Isabella. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think it's too early. I don't know why. Like, they're gonna get all our medals out currently and then invalidate them all in one foul swoop. I think they've still got some like they got some more Kingdom Hearts 3 characters to get out. Like the organization medals, for example. Once we see like all organization 13, I think that's when we can start being like, okay, this might be the time where tier 10 might be rocking around. Because they don't usually like breaking up patterns like that. Like all the Organization B medals were tier 3, even after tier 3 was long gone. I appreciate it as well. We might be gone for a while, I'm not too sure. We might end up playing some, I don't know, some video games. On the old PS4 there, for example. Alrighty, supernova damage is a all target attack, and it's times. I get really worried whenever I like copy and paste something, and I don't want to jinx it. If I for some reason like go offline, it's because I tried to copy and paste something in OBS and it didn't work. So, alright, that worked. Cool. Want to spend what little jewels I had left to get trades with Pirate Sora, and I put him on the first try on the free-to-play banner. Holy smokes, dude. Well done. Not bad at all. Can't complain about that. Whole trait meta board that costs jewels is clearly uncalled for. Literally no one asked for that. Oh, speaking of which. J-Pop it is. It's full price again. It's already on my wish list though. They're gonna like... It's like... As soon as I get emailed... as soon as it goes on sale again, I'll get emailed and I'll buy it straight away. No, it's back to full price again. Yeah, the sale... all the sales are over. I don't know what happened, but I definitely checked it on the 27th. Maybe that was like Eastern Standard Time. They might do a Kingdom Hearts 3 like scene medal then. Yeah, they will, I imagine. Probably not till next week, because, well, thanks to Robloid, we know that Shion's coming and another Aqua is coming. But no like scene as of just yet. It's like a crazy magic week for Union Cross. Well, just got the Supernova one, come on. I think it's still going to be a good medal. It's just, I mean, it's still tier 9 with a pretty solid multiplier for a single target enemy anyway. Just that strength's falling a bit behind, which is crazy to say given how recent this medal is, but... Oh wait, you guys can't see that. I was looking at my Aqua for a second there. Luxie might come out during the time of Frozen 2. Okay, yeah, that could make sense. Oh, alright, sorry Nigel, you said something earlier. Thinking the power creep might come around the Frozen 2 release. See how plain the new Kairi was named? How plain? As in, what, to match up with the old one? How do you mean? It's just that. With a B on the end, isn't it? Any debuffs? No, actually, no. There's debuffs when you cast the Supernova, but no debuffs on the actual medal itself, from what I can tell. So I'm just looking on the website right now, and I can link that to you guys if you want. No, Nigel, I was gonna buy it, and then I was an idiot and didn't buy it when I was on sale. But next time it comes to sale, I'm gonna buy it and probably play it on stream. New version of iOS supports PS4 controllers and it works perfectly with PS Remote Play app. Oh, sweet. Toy Story 4 came out. Why didn't they release Toy Story Story Ace? What a good idea. Is it out in Japan yet? Toy Story... Well, it must be, because we got the rewards in the JP version as well. Japan release date. Evidently not. Evidently it's the 12th of July is the Japanese release date. So maybe 2 more weeks. Maybe 2 more weeks. Oh, yeah, again for the 30th time, you guys can't see that. I just typed in Japan release date and it's evidently the 12th of July from what Google says. Interesting. Interesting. Maybe that's when they'll do the, like Toy Story Sora. And Donald and Goofy for that matter. Interesting. Anyway. I like the stream. Yeah, it looks like a pretty cool series that I, you know, have had a reverence for, but never actually get a chance to play. So, alright, we need to make a new graphic for that. So, what is this one called right now? It's called 220. Well, I'm pretty sure I have a 200 one. You know, somewhere. Add image. Add existing. But I like it a lot. Yeah, I like it a lot. Text. Oh, fuck, times 2. Damn it. Alright, never mind. I have to make one. There's got to be a better way of doing this, by the way. What I'm doing is I'm, like, making, in Word, like a pasteable graphic version of text, and then saving that as an image, putting that image into OBS, like importing it. Toy Story should have had a medal. Nigel, that's what we're saying. We're saying potentially in 2 weeks with the Japanese release of Toy Story 4. That could be when it happens. I mean, that would make sense. Assets. Text. What would be your guesses? I reckon power. I'm thinking power. For what type he's going to be. And I've had many to play Kingdom Hearts 3 on the go. Am I looking for attack graph? No, I'm looking for... So the Supernova has an AoE effect of times 200. So I'm just literally putting in a graphic saying the number x 200. If I miss your comments, by the way, please say them again, because I'm trying to do a couple too many things at once to catch all of them. I apologize. Looking for a attack graph. No. Times 200. It's going to be comically big again, because they always import at the maximum possible size. I make tier 8 medals of those big-ass toy machine heartless. Hey, it's me. Hello. Oops. No, didn't mean to move you. Sorry, Kairi. All these new names popping in tonight. How's it going, guys? How's it going? Alright, I want your opinion on this, guys. What do you think? So, should I even bother talking about, like, the non-Supernova Plus version of the medal, or just go straight for the Supernova Plus version? What do you reckon? Because I could put in the effect of, like, 230% guilt. Hey, Dan, how you doing? 0, and then from the bottom, take off 750, and that should be the opposite. Not quite enough. Because, I mean, everyone's going to try and get it to Supernova Plus, right? And, like, at that point... Like, you want to know the maximum possible bit. Well, that's what I'm thinking, too. So, like... It's going to be hard to see with my stupid fat head in the way. But, like... Go to that. Clink. Like, 180 is before she's upgraded. And then 200 is after she's upgraded. Just for, like, consistency, like, completion's sake, rather. Alright, let me hide my own face for a second here. Hang on. What's this? Let me get rid of. So, and again, I'm going to move this as well, the little thing on the bottom here, but, like... Red Baron, yeah, you're right. You're right. Everyone is going to want to upgrade it. I mean, I could, like, put a plus on top of that 200 just to differentiate. Like, okay, oh, like, maybe I'll put a little Meow Wow on top of the 200. I might do that, actually. I might put a tiny little Meow Wow on top of the 200. Just so you know, like, that's what it is when it's upgraded. Alright, what do you think about that? What do we think about that, huh? I have to fix this graphic as well, because it's not quite fitting in the way I want it to. I've got whatever the Netflix OVA for Evangelion is in my head. But apparently there's like a better one that didn't make like the original one. Bring it on. If I do that, hopefully nothing breaks. Please, nothing break. Cool, nothing broke. Alright, so that's her effect, basically. She gets rid of all the enemies. Okay, but she also gives off plus 230%. Oh, and the plus 5,000. There's not enough room! Where are we gonna put it? Where are we gonna put it? Where are we gonna put it? We'll just move the whole thing up. That'll be easy. The Mercy Banner sucks. Oh, it's especially for free-to-play, dude. A 1 in 4 shot after 10 pulls. Nah, no thank you. No thank you. Aqua ain't gonna be anything except a really good attack medal. I could see that. I could see her giving off like pretty much perfect magic buffs. Maybe some sort of reflect mechanic as well. I could see her being Kingdom Hearts 3 Roxas. I could see her being the magic version of Roxas, actually. Thank you, Nightbot. You're actually working tonight. I'm scared for this medal. I remember when Aqua came out, we all thought Aqua would be the start of a new wave of broken medals. It didn't happen, it was just Aqua. I think it didn't happen because they started with 100. Like, how could they do that? How could they start with a reflector that reflects 100? It's so stupid. They obviously didn't think about it at all. Alright, if I hide my head, how does it look? So it's not quite right yet. Maybe I'll put... I should have put like all this stuff here in the top right up there, and then put all that other stuff down here. Because that stuff is only ever going to take up this little bit of room. Whereas the Supernovas could go on forever and ever and ever. Remove SN effect and create everything Supernova together. Yeah. See, the problem is, like, if I get rid of that, I'll have to get rid of damage as well. Making 120% of reflect levels higher. Yeah, sure, but at that point, once you break 100%, you're better off not casting your metal in PvP at all. Because, like, you're hurting yourself more at that point. You're better off, like, tapping or swiping, honestly, at that point. If 2 copies of Anti-Aqua basically sets you for this week's PvP. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. You invalidate 2/3 of their medals, like, straight away. It's stupid. This game's stupid. Okay, I also need to fit in... we'll put in the stuff I need to fit in as well. So, the fan mock-ups of Oathkeeper. Oh, as a Keyblade? Yeah, that was like one of the very first images that I ever remember seeing of Union Cross was like a fan-made version of Oathkeeper in Oblivion. That's forever ago. Because, like, you can even tell the multipliers on it are so low. You can just tell, like, oh man, this must have been a while ago. What am I doing? Oh, well, okay, first of all, I need a Meow Wow. First of all, I need a Meow Wow. The Only Ride. It's interesting. It's interesting, The Only Ride. Oathkeeper can be all right, Oblivion can be all reverse. It's true. They need an FMA medal. We do need an FMA medal. We do. I think it's... Well, I guess if you have the Foretellers, there's no reason why you can't have FMA. I was going to say it'd be weird to have a character using a medal of themselves, but I suppose that doesn't apply to like a lot of other characters at this point, so yeah. Oathkeeper can be all upright. Yeah, right. That'd be kind of cool. What, so like just buffs for reverse? No, nothing else. Also move strength at the top right. Yeah, I'd say so. That makes sense. Alright, sorry, I need to get 2 more graphics in. I need to get in What do I call it? I call that one 250. So buffs 250. Okay, so I'll call that the same name structure. Buffs to 30%. And we'll go fetch that from Secret Reports. How you going? Good to see you. No, there's not a single FMA medal. No, not yet. There's no... The only Union Cross characters are the 5 foretellers. There's no Master of Masters, there's no Lushu. And now I always thought that potentially was because they didn't want to reveal if he was like a villain or a hero or not. But yeah, still nothing. Nigel, this might get a bit spoilery for you, buddy. The person with those new videos, yeah, that's the awesome content I stumbled across. But yeah, if you guys haven't watched her channel, go check it out. I assume you can just click on her own channel from her comments just there. I assume you can. Do you think the foretellers use medals? It's always sort of weird to me, like it's our character actually doing the special attacks, but they're sort of channeling. We're like the mysterious figure of Birth by Sleep, right? The mysterious figure of Birth by Sleep basically steals a bunch of different attacks from other characters, and he just sort of channels them. We are doing the same thing. We use like Ragnarok, for example, but it's not us doing it. We're channeling the power of like Sora, for example, to actually use those abilities. But the foretellers seem to attack with their own unique special moves, and then when we use their medal, or at least the first iteration of their medal, we're borrowing literally the power of them to use their own special attack. It's interesting. So do I think they use medals themselves? I don't think they do. I mean, we've seen that they don't. We've seen that they, like in Union Cross, in back cover when they attack, they don't seem to be using medals when they attack. They just chop, chop, chop. And obviously I get it's a gameplay mechanic, obviously, but so are cards technically. And that seems canon. I don't know. It's weird. Where are we at? Text? No, icons. I'm trying to like remember my own insane numbering system. Yeah, fuck. Assets, buffs. It was buffs, that's right. So 230%. Bam. So I copy the filters from that one and I apply them to that one. Beautiful. Alright, that's one. And buffs 280%. Ching. Cards make Luxord look very important, don't they just? Don't they just? Oh, it was the cards that dictated that we had to use... You know, all the rules of the castle said we have to use cards in this castle, huh? Really? Wasn't Lucia's influence whatsoever? Oh, okay. Alright, so I need to get this 280% in somehow. And the 230 in somehow. Now, that whole middle is empty right now because there's no debuffs whatsoever. God, look, I'm like drowning in friggin' shit down here. Alright, we're gonna try this. We're gonna bring you down here. 1, 2, 3. Gonna bring you boys down. Yeah. Alright, we're just gonna put you there for now. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, fuck. 5. Alright, what happens when we do that? I'm gonna put you up there. And the new Shell Net will be out probably by next week. Oh, what if Aqua's VIP? One of those might be VIP actually. Shio might be VIP. Because one of them has to be, doesn't it? Reverse Elsa Disney says no. Oh boy. I mean, you're right. Kairi A. The new Kairi B in slots 2 through 5 and any metal in pet slot finishing with a Pirate Star. See, now that... Well, I'm not advocating for this, by the way. I'm just saying, like, that would be within their scumbaggery to do. Yeah, see, Zanxies, you're kind of doing a trade-off there, right? Like, if the amount of damage you gain from your friend slot medal is equal to all the damage you lose from slots 2 through 5, then yes, that would be worth it. I just don't think that would be the case. Nature intended Kairi and Shion to be in banners. Is she going to be overwrite? She's not. She's not an overwrite medal. That's hysterical. Alright, we'll put that back the way it was, actually. So let's go ahead and get you... Put you back the way you was. Restore Supernova. J-pop. I was thinking exactly the same thing. I was thinking exactly the same thing. It's like the elixir from Chain of Memories. Like if you could pop a one-time supernova in itself, that would replenish all other supernovas, but not itself. So like you would save it for turn 2, then you pop it, and then you get all these supernovas back. I guarantee they're gonna do that at some point. I guarantee. Like a weird like Namine mechanic where, because Namine always gets like weird mechanics, right? I could definitely see like Namine, like a medal like that getting some sort of like regenerate supernova effect. I was thinking the exact same thing, dude. Alright, now that has to go like over here because the multipliers could take up a lot of room potentially. Alright, if I save you, then I bring you down here, and I go splat, splat. Alright, I'm gonna hide all the shit. You guys tell me how this looks. So let's hide the chat for a second. Ironically, I'll still be able to see the chat. You guys won't be able to. And I'll hide my stupid face. There we go. And I'll go to this little, oops, little boy up here. Hide underneath there. Alright, how does that look? Like, is that relatively readable? I kind of want to make this go to the right a little bit. And I'll chuck in some meow wows there at some point to signify that it's the Supernova Plus effect. Secret reports. This is what we do on my channel, by the way. When we're not doing in-depth Kingdom Hearts theories, we make we make little graphics. I think the thing in the bottom right needs to move away a bit from my social media and stuff. Well, nailed it, buddy. You nailed it. I was already doing it. Alright, let's get the camera back. Where's that? One. And where's the chat at? Sweet. Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it. Actually, I've noticed that. Yeah, your work puts mine to shame. Legitimately. Hey, Kellis, how you doing? We're back to mucking around in Microsoft Paint. Which is what we're forced to use over here, because we're degenerates. Alrighty. That strength needs a home, though. That strength has got to live somewhere else. I'll think about what to do with that. Because I want to put, like... So the gimmick behind Pirate Star is that he hits 50k, right? With the 3 additional chips and with 3,000 chips and dials. And like that's her strength, just raw with no not a boosted copy, nothing like that. So anyway. Alrighty. Now we need to figure out how to put in the plus 3,000 in there, basically. Plus 5,000. I apologize. Plus 5,000. What would it mean to have a 22,000 strength with the setup I mentioned? Probably been insane. Oh yeah, they look fucking amazing. Yeah, I noticed those. I'd been like seeing your stuff on Twitter, like being retweeted and whatever, and I didn't like. And then I started watching your channel, and then like all the pieces came together. I was like, oh right, you're the same person that was making those graphics. It was strange. is the Kairi a step down. I think literally the fact that she's holding a Keyblade is in itself an indication that she's not the sort of passive buffer that she's been in the past. What okay, you're still here, buddy? What happened? You're still here? She's definitely still a supportive medal, but like sort of mixed damage, mixed support now. It's interesting. Is that strength gonna live? I'm still not happy. I'm still not happy with the strength. I get that. Yeah, her supernova adds 5,000 strength to upright metals. Yes. All right, how are we gonna write that? Because when we look at strength in game, it looks like this. So how are we gonna write that? I'm sort of already using a strength, aren't I? Oh wait. Wait, we already have a graphic for that, don't we? He's got. Wait until his we already have a graphic for that. Right here. I could just use that, couldn't I? That makes sense. Yeah, maybe a plus and a little sword icon. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, okay, I can just do that. That's easy. But it's only for upright metals. So, I need the upright graphic. Hosni, how you doing? Needs to be a strength increase on our end due to the difficulty of the content, and then even 60 ground on traits and literally everything. I get where all these buffs are happening. But Connor, it's like, as soon as we get stronger, they're going to have to make the content stronger again as well. Yeah, using a Sun Gem, exactly. Passive or ominous. Nigel, yeah, okay, I can see that. I think it's going to be a reverse version of this, though. I think we could probably make the Shion graphic right now. Going 5 EA Kairis back to back, and then Sayrox in the pet slot is going to be better than 5 attack metals. In Collie, I agree with you. Yeah, in Collie, I agree with you, for sure. Blue and red background. Anyway. I should already have the icon for strength, by the way. I'll see you, bye. Take care, man. Look forward to seeing you next video. Let me know what you're up to. Ever played any of the Castlevanias? Not the Castlevanias explicitly, but I've played, like, Metroidvania-style games. Like, the latest one was probably Guacamelee, the first one. It sounds a lot too much like Cardi B, doesn't it? Or call it, like Cardi B in the community. Kairi B. But no, not actual Castlevanias themselves. What will future metals with... Will that mean that future metals will lower the defense of enemies to a negative 250 defense on the enemy defense? That's interesting. But, like a negative 60% ground, at this stage is already wiping out, like, thousands and thousands of defense. Nigel, what are you laughing at? Meeting dates. I know, right? Awful, huh? Awful. I'm gonna space out that effect on player stuff as well. A little bit. Let's get some consistency going, huh? So if we put that, that, and that on the same line, then we begin to pretend to be professional. Just pretend. I can imagine attack reduction with additional defense points. Attack reduction with additional defense points. I can see attack going down, potentially, yeah. But that's sort of what... It's strange, because that's what... Our attack buffs are meant to be, they're meant to be that. It's meant to be like a multiplier on top of our attack. Like, they're trying to increase the buff cap without actually increasing it. It's very strange what they're doing right now. Certainly, power, magic, speed, specific strength boost will happen. That makes us an add defense to your other medals. Yeah, true. But does that actually matter that much in the grand scheme of things? Like, our defense, the actual point value doesn't seem to matter that much. Because we usually just get bopped either way. It's usually... I don't know. Like, I've never known... It might have happened like 2 or 3 against like 2 or 3 particular enemies where like X amount of turtle strats have been, okay, I went in with this much HP, this much defensive buffs, and this much, you know, defense plus 2000 traits, whatever, and I survived with like a couple of HP. I've never found the actual physical number of defense to hold that much weight in the game, unfortunately. But I could be wrong. I could definitely be wrong. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? Duh, it's so obvious. Alright, well for now at least. Alright, you're gonna live over here. Duh. Come on, Damien, what are you doing? And all that social media crap can live over there and be a little bit bigger. Burp. Burp. Welcome back to Happy Little Accidents with Damo. Today we're going to make a graphic for a new broken medal in Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. It's a very silly game, but we play it anyway. Because we're fans of the series. And we basically let the creators walk all over us. Because we're the biggest fans. And if we center this little boy here, just a little bit. We're just going to put that right there. And it's going to be our little secret. Exactly. Dan, you're onto it. And shift the multipliers to the right. Yeah, we're going to center those. Water KH, you're all about it. On top of it. So not too much though, because in the future, like, there could be like... Maybe there. Focus art. Any word on new story updates? Well, Toy Story 4 just came out. The sort of story updates are after. In JP, I think they're 3 updates ahead now. Maybe only 2, but they're just like going through the actual canonical story of Wreck-It Ralph with scant a mention. I think like 2 mentions of the overall plot. I have a feeling that's going to wrap up pretty soon though. Like, I reckon when we get to plus 25 maybe for the Wreck-It Ralph Keyblade, which is probably going to be in 2 updates time, then we'll be like back to the main plot. I think. Yeah, we'll see. It's sort of not worth making an update about just yet. Nigel, that's what I mean. Like, you'd have to stack it so fucking high to actually see any difference with it. Wait, time to shift to a wider aspect ratio. Most phones are wider anyway now, so mine is going ultra wide too. What you're actually seeing me make this in right now, I'll put a photo on Discord, is OBS itself with a set aspect ratio, I'm pretty sure. I think. I could be wrong on that actually. But if you're watching this on your phone screen right now, I imagine that'll maintain the aspect ratio for when I actually, you know, save the image. I think. I don't know. Alright, if I hide my dumb face again. That looks alright, doesn't it? That looks not bad. Okay, I'm kinda getting more happy with that. It's just like a lot of that yellow text. Okay, so we need to find Meow Owls, and we need to find strength. Okay. So it takes me a long time to make it with you guys, but I enjoy the chats, so it's definitely worth the time. Asset. What do I usually call it? Asset, I think. Have I made it already? Asset strength trade. I probably would have called it asset trade STR plus. Click. And where the hell would that have been? Got the extra attack trait, the ground trait, and the aerial trait. Whoops, I didn't get the strength one. Oh well, no worries. I'll go get a strength one. Let's go to the old Cox Wikipedia. Traits. Oh. Oof. Got a 20 pixel version of the image I'm looking for. Probably not quite good enough though. And 69, just add a little bit of black bar to the bottom on some people. Okay. Nigel, at least she's free, right? At least she's a free medal in that sense. At least it doesn't cost any more to fire off. I can't believe they're letting this stack. This is so fucking dumb. Scround. The Boston debuff should have been new 4-tile medals to save Kairi for later. Okay, interesting. And I see what you're saying. I don't think they have any more official renders of the 4-tiles though. I think they've used the 2 that they have. I don't think they can be bothered asking the actual devs to make any more. Because I'm pretty sure that like the actual devs of the game send them just official renders that have already been sent out. Strength of Century's the only one I had is pretty tiny though. I imagine it's going to be pretty tiny regardless. That's definitely bigger than what I have. Thank you. Well, it's 46 pixels better, bigger than the 20 I'm using, so I'll do for me. Thank you. Underwhelming for comparer. Yeah, she's definitely not the game breaker that she was every single other time. That's 100% correct. 100% correct. You don't care about the 4-tile medals anymore? You will when they come back to relevance again. Especially if Ava is who a couple of us think that she is. Hey, secret reports. Hey. New meta. Well, her effect has the potential to definitely change the meta. Definitely. Like, should be standard in the Coliseum stuff. Standard. Easily. That's what I was saying on Discord before. It's like so funny that Wales, if they want to maintain their their current status, have to buy this medal. They have to. If they want to, like, you know, maintain those ranks in PvE Coliseum. Don't have a choice. It's like, I know you've worked really hard all month to earn this ranking. Worked hard, aka spent some money. But if you want to maintain that ranking, tough titties, you're going to have to cough up, you know, 30,000 jewels, assuming you're already paying for VIP. And let's be honest, of course you are. Oh, you're going to lose that ranking. And this is how it's going to be, little buddy. This is how it's going to be. Trait, strength, cucks, bam. The second lot of 4-tellers lasted quite a while. I'm sure they worked hard, you know, to earn the money they used to spend on the game. Okay, so I'm going to use this and just a generic upright gem. I'm going to signify that as strength plus 500. Is that how we're going to? Is that what we're going to decide? Tonga, I'm not pulling for it. How about my ticket pulls? Bastion. Well, we did one ticket pull before. The first one we did was pretty freaking good. We're gonna do. We got 4 more to do eventually, so we might be time for a pull break in a second as well. Let me just get this real quick. We need the upright gem, don't we? Okay, so... Fuck, who knows what I would have called it. Asset, blah 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 blah. Logo, probably. Icon. No, okay, add one. Create. Icon. Sun gem. I definitely have a sun gem icon already, but whatever, let's make a new one. Target graphics a little visible on the left down there. Target? Target? Oh, you probably meant single target, regular target. Yeah, yeah, I'm sure it's probably high about that somewhere. Pull this up. So I'm just, you guys can't see this when I'm scrolling through my files right now looking for the sun gem. There it is. Bonk. That's how she first appeared in the game. Oh, Joyce. TV bro. I didn't personally watch his content, but what a fucking tragedy. What an absolute fucking tragedy. Honestly. Like... And what a failing of the healthcare system that someone who so clearly was desperately asking for help. And that thousands of people, I'm sure, were trying to get it to him. With probably 10 times as many people just at least watching the situation from afar. That he wasn't able to get help. That's completely insane to me. It's completely insane to me. How that could have been allowed to happen. And it's a complete, like a tragedy. Absolute tragedy. But, yeah. I just hope the people that know him are okay. And his family, obviously. I don't know, what can you say? It's tragic. Absolutely tragic. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway. Pasting something else, so hopefully it doesn't break. It didn't break. Nice. They changed how you sort low tier metals. Train metal tier 3s when they're no longer sorted by tier 3. I've heard people saying that when they show up and we're sorting by no bonus, which makes it harder for me to figure out which metals I need to trade. Yeah, I've heard they kind of fucked around all the lower tiers. Hey, while we're here, guys, let's go ahead and do a quick. Can you help me next day about cards? I've got Montessori, Kairi, etc., but I don't know how to make a good team because they need ground, etc. Yeah, absolutely, man. If you want to post in the advice section or help, it's either help or advice, I forget. I think it's help. On my Discord, we can definitely help you out with that, man. Absolutely. It's 7-star upright. What are we gonna do? A couple 6 stars on there, maybe one more 7, maybe. Hey, the game froze, nice. We get a trait medal for the new Goofy though. It's gonna really keep you in suspense now. 5 medals to go. We know at least one of them is a 7-star upright. What's it gonna be, huh? Yeah, Nigel. Yeah. It's pretty fucking tragic, man. Hopefully that pull went through. Yeah, I mean, it's not personally the kind of content that I just would seek out myself. Like, obviously, like very vocal, like reactions to stuff and very like hyped up stuff. And as you can tell, I'm probably a very different kind of person just in my own personal life. I'm much more reserved, and I don't know. Introverted, I suppose? Introverted, yeah. But, yeah, it's, what a fucking loss, man. This is so sad. Could do something like the graphic I sent in Discord. Oh, sorry, what did you send? Yeah. Yeah, what cage, basically. Yeah, that's almost what I've got. But yeah, no, you're right, because I should have strength. And, like, yeah, they should put more emphasis on the upright stuff, yeah. My other account has the name Cross the Cox player. Oh, on YouTube. I actually watch his Persona 5 streams, and he was talking about his personal life at moments. No, man, I think you're spot on there, dude. All right, anyone got any guesses for what we're about to get? What we technically already have. This is Watercage's idea. I think it's a great one. Like, strength is the main factor there, but only for upright metals. And we're gonna do that. We're gonna have to shrink my head down a little bit, but that's okay. We can definitely do that. Hide, I say. Zankies, they're kind of working asterisks. Like, this works for a little bit. Alright, get those guesses in now, boys and girls. We're going to sort by new. I can get a supernova metal on the stream. I can show you one that I already got. Oh, we got a Riku. Fuck. All that for this. Oh well. Oh, handsome. Okay. Interesting. I mean, the very first pull that I did came out pretty good. Came out pretty rad. Came out pretty friggin' sick. Oh shit. Damn, you guys can't say. Sorry. Alright. I'll stop by new. These top metals on the top here are what I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there must have been... It's only 8 metals are showing up. That means there must have been like trade metals for stuff that's already happening. Alright, I know. Sorry guys, I know, sorry. Sorry, chat's a bit behind. Alright, just for that, we'll try and do another pull. I'm not addicted, totally not. How many we got left? 2 or 3? I got 3 left. I got 2 left. There's plus 500 on the regular effect as well. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy 7-star Riveras. I'm going to copy the 5,000 I made and take off one of the zeros and pop it back down. Hey, 7-star wrestler. Which evidently I've never got before. Hey, someone called about the Starlight. I'm pretty close. Ah, a Zac trait metal, cool. We can trade our Zac. 7-star Envy. I want to do a showcase of like some of the coolest animations in the game. And all 5 Foretellers will be featured there. Because they all have pretty sick animations. Especially Envy. Envy's animation is pretty underrated. You guys still here? Can you still say? Am I online? Hello? I've never gotten an Ursula before. There you go. There you go. Volkazard, what happens is the pool of metals you can pull from is already set. Other animation, it's beautiful. Like all the clones that zip around and then like teleport through. It's rad. Even if new metals come out now, there'll be no way of getting those new metals. It's frozen again. In this current ticket draw thing. Yeah, you may as well use them now. It's never going to change. Like, they're not going to update the roster of metals you could potentially get. So, may as well do it now. Or save it. Do them whatever you want. Don't let me pressure you into it. Sora65, hello, how are we? Alright, we're nearly done with this, so every time you activate her supernova. End of, sorry, yeah, okay, end of July, you're right. What a hedge, I really like that idea, buddy, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing again. We're just going to put it down there. Alright, let's copy this boy. My head's gone. Where's my head gone? Bam. There it is. Oh, Nigel, that's a great point. I actually do wonder about that. Endo, if you're here, buddy, we might have to watch this video and just see exactly what the showcase is showing off. Alright, where would he have posted that? Where's that little boy? There he is. Oh, nice. We're getting an ad. Very good. What the fuck? Alrighty, so let's switch over to this one again. Alright, Endo buddy, we're gonna watch a video. Everyone can watch this along with me, please, and make sure he gets all the views for it. Do I play Dragon Ball Legends? I don't, but Badger does. Badger's one of my friends. You can watch him if you want. But I play a little bit of Dokkan. That's about it. If this is too loud, by the way, tell me. It sounds pretty loud. How's that volume control? 13.80, yeah, so the 13.80 you see there, that's what I'm trying to represent with the 13.80 on the screen right there. Like, that's meant to be just what literally appears on the metal itself. And then what that actually represents, if you times it by 280%, is the 52.44. And then I'm just applying like a generic 200% booster to it. Oh, I forgot to add the 200% to her actual effect. Whoops. What did he have to send? He had a couple traits on it. Probably had plus 1000 at some point. Anyway. Okay, hang on. So when he actually selected the medal from his friends list, it started out with 1, 2, 2, 8, 8, 8, 3. Okay. When you sort by tier 5, 5-star medals don't show up. Oh, sorry, when you sort by tier, 5-star medals don't show up. Yeah, from what I understand, it's like the special attack bonus, and I think the logic there is that there is no special attack bonus being applied to any medals whatsoever that are 5-star. I don't know, it's strange. $74,000 strength. Alright, Sora. Why not, right? Why not? Okay, so when he uses Kairi, so we should have added plus 500 to that. That's what should have just happened. So does he go into his strength? He doesn't. Fuck me, it's... Look at that! Oh, God, that's gross. It even stacks in the top left. That's so gross. God, look how strong this fucker is. So defense is still applied. Okay, fine. Does he fire off the supernova? And what I want you to do, buddy, I want you to fire off that attack. And then I want you to look at your own strength. Come on, buddy, you can do it. Please open up the strength menu on the bottom left. And I know. Fucking hell, look at the difference. Holy shit, people. Plus 6,000 strength. That has to go onto the base. That has to go onto the base. Look at the shitting difference there. That did... Fucking hell, 10 digits leading off with 3.16 versus when he used it the first... Where was it? Is that the supernova? Oh my god. This game. Is it gonna break? How many digits is it gonna break? Oh my god. Oh my god. Fucking hell, dude. What happened to this game? Holy mother of God. Jesus, even she's doing so much damage. Okay, alright. I haven't recommended a game theory video. I've never watched a game theory video in my life. Okay. A funhouse I watch all day long. All day long. Anyway. That's what Kairi's playable in Kingdom Hearts 3.5. Bloodstained. Very good. How is it? Alright, so I need to put in the 200%. Yeah, that's why I've got the little rocks just down the bottom of my little screen down here. I wonder if she'll get next month's poster as well. Kinda feel like she should. Did I check Discord? Not yet. I'll check Discord now. Volkashard, no, she was not. I wish, huh? Okay, so you've got an ultra wide monitor to do. That's sick. That's fucking sick. Might need her eventually. I got Pirate Star boosted. Fuck. Bro. That's crazy. Why not? Why not have 20 trillion strength on top of her? That's a new phone. Sorry. Yeah, mate, that makes sense. That makes sense. Fucking Cardi B in my head right now because of what I said before. I want to die. Alright. Copy paste. Copy paste. Copy paste duplicate. Get rid of one of those. Okay. Bonk. Okay, one last thing that she does. One last thing that she does. Is gives off 200% booster as well. She's an OP anyway that isn't Union Grass. She turned Sora back into a heart from being a Heartless. Did a 5 pull Messi on the current Kairi. It's still a good medal, like you still need it. Yeah. It hasn't gone anywhere in terms of usefulness. Honestly, with how many gauges everything costs nowadays, she's kind of more useful than ever. Like, when she first came out, a lot of medals were giving you back gauges when you cast them. Now a lot of them are taking more gauges after the cast. It's sort of strange. Sherlock's left nipple. You bloody better believe they'll be back eventually. Speaking of mercy pulls, that no one asked me to do. No 7 stars. Heck. That's terrible. Look at all these 5 stars. Ew. Get out of here. The one that started it all. Right here. Jeez. This pull is like literally giving me, like, what year is it flashbacks. How funny is that? All the little symbols have gone from all the 5-star medals. That's so funny. Have to sit back and watch the carnage. Yeah, free-to-play lifestyle, right? It's the life we chose. Alright, we'll do our last pull when we end the stream, so... I'm gonna switch back to this one for a bit. Yeah. Reckless, yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Apparently, yeah. Which is fucking insane. If not that Prime would have believed it. Yeah, exactly right. That's the only new medal in the bunch, and that's still old as shit. Poke, yeah, no, you nailed it. That's exactly what it is. When you try and like level it up with itself, does it still work though? Like if you press? So if I like level up Pluto, the game will freeze. Right, of course. Isn't it 6 AM? It's only 4 AM for me right now. Why would I go to bed? I got shitty metal artwork to make. Hey Stan, how you doing, man? Good to see you, buddy. Stanley, sorry. After the Kairi banner ends, they'll release Shion. I reckon maybe a bit sooner than that. The Kairi banner goes for a while, doesn't it? At the very top, it should be plus 500. So plus 500 for her, and then when you cast a Supernova, plus 5,000 for all the upright medals that follow in the rest of that turn. Yeah, so plus 500 on the top. That's about it. Oh no, sorry, plus 200. That's about it, but it's not yet. Almost, but it's not yet. Okay, plus buffs 200. So plus. Did I have one already? Plus buffs 200%. Maybe I do. I do, yay! Hey, there it is. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alrighty. It's kind of hard to see though. It's just an unfortunate reality of the fact that there's so much fucking information that I need to get out now that it is difficult to see the individual components. So on a regular attack, she gives you a 200% boost, which already is great. That's already one of the highest boosts in the entire game without Supernova. And then if you use a Supernova Plus, I did the Meowas. She gives you plus 280, which is insane. That is a lot. That is a shitload. Like the best in the game right now is 260, and she just blows past that. Should I say for this new Kairi? So here's the thing. I imagine this mechanic won't be unique to her. I imagine that additional strength thing will go to a few other medals as well. So I wouldn't rush out to go get her, only for that regard, because I think it'll come to other medals, and it'll be better with other medals eventually. Like other medals will have plus 1000, other medals will have plus 700, whatever. You know what I mean? And it's not like the rest of her buffs make it worth it that you have to get her for the rest of the shit. It's just... Yeah. Jimmy, should I say for this new Kairi? Yes, I think I was answering that question. Really can't wait for a Switch Pro. Want to design a concept. But just start of a new change. Yeah, you probably could find artists that are into like 3D modeling and would do commissions, I'm sure. Probably start of a new change. That's what I have to imagine. I have to believe that. Like, Kairi never usually has a mechanic unique to her. She sort of takes the best of other mechanics, and 25% mercy. If you're free to play, do not even attempt to mercy this. It will only end in tears. A, it's 30,000 for a 25% chance. Oh, for the Switch. Right. So which games are you talking about? For Castlevania? It looks like shit, does it, on the current Switch? Yeah, so what I'm doing, Stanley, is I'm saying, like, without any chips or dales or anything, that's how much strength it has. I did the same with Pirate Sora. I said, like, just raw on its own, it has, like, 47,000. And then if you get, like, additional like strength traits and then your chips and dales plus 3,000, then you can add it on top of that. But I kind of want to represent that better. I kind of might like put a little chip next to his face, and then with chips like 23,249 for example. So I think it's worth it to pull for Pirate Sora's traits. I mean, if you have the medal already, potentially, or you could wait for a trade board to come back around. So like 1500 jewels, maybe they like rotate back in and give you a trade board for it. Is this too crowded? What do you guys think? Like, it looks a bit weird right now because there's no debuffs whatsoever, and it's only one solid multiplier. So, like, there are two spaces that are kind of empty. But if that's going to be, like, my standard going forward in the future, they will eventually become full. Meower. Get the Meower. Alright. Need a little Meower to represent tier 9. Ugh. Meow. Meow. Wow. Dual Meow on the Cax subreddit. Yeah, I want to have like one standard that I can always go back to over and over again, because like a lot of the times I was always moving shit around every single time, and they didn't look like consistent. Bloodstained, like Symphony of the Night, right? Is the new one? Or is it the old one? I forget. Things are definitely gonna get messier, dude. I believe it. I believe it. It's so crazy because every metal they design from like here into infinity is gonna have to have a supernova effect, unless they just want to like get bored of that and phase it out entirely. But all right, add image metal meow wow 9. Yeah, Volkazard. Yeah, good point. Good point. Metals and meow wow 9. That's what this meow wow metal does, by the way, guys. That's what it does. She busts 500 defense. Fuck, she does, doesn't she? Ugh. You're right. God damn it, I forgot. This never ends. Okay, so with meow wows, you can hardly even see that. Ugh. All right, fine. Meow wows level 9 up there. And put that one down there. I don't know if that's worth it or not, guys. What do you think? See, my thinking is, whoever said that, more the effects on enemies lower, put the none, put the guilt multis in 2 columns. No, see, I can't do that. Alright, so because of like Pirate Store, for example, it takes up all the space. If I do it like that, because it's gonna, almost every metal is gonna have like 2 categories. It's only the stuff like this, it's just like a single category. Like it's, that multiplier is always gonna hit like that no matter what. And I'm gonna have like various icons representing whatever the different multipliers do, like those ones up there. Like sometimes it's like more HP or lower HP, or like more gauges full, lower gauges full, which we can put on the top there. Whoever said about the enemy debuffs, I'm thinking that we can only really have what, like general defense. I could do like strength and stuff as well. It should be able to fit without overlapping them. If it does, I can always like move this shit a little bit to the side. But most of the supernova effects don't have a bunch of buffs and debuffs as well, although they are definitely going that way lately. Ugh. It's 5,000 attack and defense, right? For... Or no, is it just... When you cast Kairi, does she give you... No, so the supernova doesn't give you any more defense. But... The... Oh, shit, okay. Gil... Oh god. I could say your name the first time, but I can't say it since. It apparently gives defense. See, all metals, not just upright metals. See, I wish Endo would showed us that. Does anyone have Kairi, by the way? Anyone watching have Kairi? Andrew, I really hope so. I really hope so. A card, how long did the boss last for? Yeah, like Stanley said, just one time. Kazuhiro Kuro, yes my... Then he got cut off. Maybe he got sniped. Kairi A or Kairi B? Alright, let's just look at like a typical setup of mine and see how much I need gauges. Because she definitely helps with that. PvP, probably not so much you need gauges, but if you're doing anything that lasts multiple turns, you need gauge restore, you have to have it. So we've got typical setup. So typical Run-of-the-mill garden variety setup. That's what I'm raiding with right now. I'm only using a few metals. The rest is waste time. Okay, that automatically eats up, or 0 gauges. At least he doesn't eat up anymore. He's using up 2 on each cast, and he gets 2 casts. He gives me back 3. Actually, he gives me back 6 because I'm double casting him. He eats up 2 and then plus 2 more on each cast. So he eats up 8 in total. And he eats up 3. So he uses up a fair bit of gauges each turn, but if I was like hyper aggressive about it and I had like a 9 and 0 for example here, I wouldn't necessarily have to use as much gauge restore. Like Hades on his own is an amazing buffer. 15 reverse down, and then plus or minus 10 on strength and magic. With a little bit of support, these things do amazing work. You could have that Kairi. How is Bad Guy Breaker set up again? Is it... Oh, fuck, you guys can't even see. God damn it. Sorry guys, you can't even see. He's using his Bad Guy Breaker now, right? So... Power, speed, magic, speed, power. Interesting. I know, Pokey, I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Which is like backwards Starlight, right? Because Starlight's... Yeah, it's like magic, speed, power, speed, magic, yeah. So it's like kind of backwards Starlight. Yeah, speed's in the same place. Right, it just swaps with Starlight. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's magic and power swap places. That's beauty. Didn't I do that already? What happened? Anyway, I can't believe I got the hair with ground. That's fucking unreal. Brother Joe. Yeah, it's pretty rough, eh? I remember. At least I've still got my 3k in additional savings, but that red highlight is kind of weird. I don't know if I like that or not. They should have made it like gold or something, because it looks sort of strange. Like you've done something wrong. The way it's just like sitting there in red. But then if you made it gold, it would like clash with the gold and upright metals, so. Well, you don't like Pachinko? What's wrong with you? You don't like all your favorite series being bastardized and turned into classic Pachinkos? Well, you know, what's wrong with you? Why don't you like that? Accept the trash. Shovel it down your mouth, ingrate. Have you seen how expensive these keyblades are to make glow? I could spend 8 fucking magic gems right now and gain nothing from it. Nothing at all. That's atrocious. Pirate on a ticket. That's amazing, dude. That's so good. Brother Joe, dude, I agree. I agree with you wholeheartedly. I don't know why, but I did a second Mercy on Demix. I don't know. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I did that. Wish we could still use Kairi EX. She was the best Kairi medal. There's no reason you can't. You can do whatever you want to. You can definitely, especially if you had extra attack, you could make a case for using her still. I mean, you might be laughed at a little bit, but don't worry. She's a perfectly fine medal. Well, it's going to cost you 3,000 a trait roll at that point, right? Ashley Eshel. I think you're right, but it's just like, it's 3,000 a pop. And that is not cheap. If I were you, I'd be saving up VIP coins for a board to come around. But saying that, the boost is going to go away in like a couple days, so... Got nothing on my tickets, feels bad, man. But let's get a Kingdom Hearts 3 Roxas with my Shion. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Yeah, if you were... Fucking frozen again, damn it. Yeah, if you were just going for Shion, that means you only spent, what, 10,500. And you get a Roxas along the way. That's a pretty damn good deal, my guy. Pretty damn good. Think that they'll release it after they release those two medals. So 25 forever. Fair enough. Fair enough. This is my Word document, by the way, that I copy and paste images from. Awful. I should go to bed. Fucking hell, it's 4:30 in the morning. What am I doing? Alright, let me finish this fucking card off. Christ. Good lord me, what am I doing? Oh, it's also crowded. What do we need? Oh, defense. Defense plus 500, that's right. Aye. Beep, boop, 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 beep, boop, boop. Defense plus 2,000 trade cucks. And the last ball. You're right. And the last ball. Isn't there... I said that like I'm not going to go into bed, pretend to sleep for 5 seconds, and then start watching the rest of Evangelion. It's 30k jewels worth it for this medal. Yeah, this is a 7-7 min. How you doing? I'm playing some Union Cross right now. I still think they accidentally fucked up. I think they meant to give Aerial and Grounds, like, with the additional 20%, to make an overall negative 80. Pokey. You think Black's pretty good? He's a pretty good buffer, yeah. Not like perfect, but it fits in a couple places for sure. Lower the font size in 3, 2. Hey, I'm definitely not going to do that. I'm definitely about to do that. Because I gotta fit fucking defense plus 500 in there. Where do I live? I live in good old Australia. Specifically the western side. Which means it is now 4:30 in the morning. Yeah. Give me any trade minutes for Demix Plus. Yeah, same dude. Alright, so on the Kingdom Hearts wiki, I right clicked and then searched Google for that image, trying to pull up a bigger version of it. And it said, you're looking for a circle, because it's such a tiny version of the image, and then it started giving me like related images for other circles. Not quite what I was after. Western Australia has a different time zone? Yeah. It's a pretty big continent. On the western side, we are 3 hours behind the most eastern side, and 2 hours behind a lot of the country as well. Giving trades for TVO, that's so brutal. That's so brutal. Stupid game. Sherlock, yeah. It's sort of weird. Like, honestly, my advice getting into this game is to like save up for a while, and then just go friggin' crazy on a banner, and that will more or less catch you up. Like, if you get lucky on a banner after going insane on it, you'll be more or less caught up. Like, it really only takes like a few current medals to be pretty caught up in this game. Like, like if you had Roxas Pirate Sora and one of the Kairis right now, you'd be pretty much laughing. Laser traits are stackable now. Thank the Lord above. I know, I believe it. It's so good. Why can I click on that trait? Traits me, traits. What about him? You want me to do a pull? Do a pull. I think we'll raise the buff cap for September's anniversary. I hope not, but potentially. Just wondering if we should start saving like crazy. The fact that new Kairi has a Mercy makes me think we'll get a new OP non-Mercy buffer sooner or later. Again, this Kairi is not like the be-all and end-all of Kairis. I think, honestly, if you want to skip one, this is definitely the one to skip, because I have to imagine this mechanic right there, that plus 5,000 whatever, is going to come back in a bigger and stronger version pretty soon. Like, when Kairi first came out, she gave you, what, plus 3 upright? Which is, what, nothing nowadays. Eventually, this mechanic, I'm sure, is going to come back in a bigger form. I reckon, if you have Kairi, okay, let me... Okay. You guys definitely can't see this, but alright. I just typed in like Kingdom Hearts 3 Ultimania Kairi render. So the one on the left is the one we just got in this medal, right? Right, sorry. Yeah, right. I reckon we'll get another Kairi eventually. That could be like potentially the big one. But if Shion is going to be the reverse equivalent to this, so everything you see here just with upright switch to reverse, wouldn't it make sense to have like Namine? Man, there she is. No, that's not it. Never mind. There was a. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. Like, wouldn't it make sense to have the Namine be like both of the buffs simultaneously? Like both the upright and reverse buffs simultaneously. That's the medal that you want to get. You want to get a reverse and upright buffer simultaneously. This is the closest thing we'll have to play with Kairi. Stanley, I couldn't agree more, dude. I could not agree more. I could not agree more. Well, Sherlock, at least you don't have to worry about that so much anymore, because at least they stack now. And as soon as you've got one, definitely don't throw away. I reckon you can make room for one in your inventory, right? If you get more than 99, that's fine. Sherlock, brutal, dude. Brutal. Gonna have to get this boy pretty soon too. I forgot about second form for a minute there. We'll have to get him too at some point. And friggin' final form. Ultimate form, whatever it's called. Yeah, when are we getting this boy though? Come on. Anyway. Yeah, I reckon they'll do like one round of medals and then like an alternate version of all those medals again. Cheer the Anathema, why not? Why not? Kingdom Hearts 3 Vern. Oof. Oof, 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 oof. They'll run out of Kingdom Hearts 3 models and forms eventually. What do they do then? Go back to old medals. Never did get RE coded medals. Potentially. More crossovers, hopefully. We could get like Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2 Sora in the Kingdom Hearts 3 art style. Render style, whatever. There's still technically like Old Man Ghost Ericus to get. Or at least MX Plus, or something that does that effect is what you mean, yeah. Yeah, I agree. Plenty more of Kingdom Hearts 3 to milk still. Like this, for example. Plenty more of that to milk. Alrighty. Something's getting weird. So, we're gonna get out of that. Sherlock, I think, cause like, how would you know the difference in the characters? Be like, oh, it's RE coded, sorta. And you'd be like, bullshit. Now, I sort of have a theory. Like, could you... If they're all in the data world the entire time, could you have like a data Sora medal if they're in a data world? Does that make sense? I don't know. I got weird theories about this game, dude. I've got to put them out into a video one day. I've got to. Another person that made that Shion graphic. I think it's pretty cool. It's very creative. Yeah, it's kind of a shame they don't give you like a full look at what the outfit looks like. You sort of have to piece together the various bits and pieces that they show in like the weird zoomed in different parts. You never really get to see the full thing. Davy Jones, I wonder about that. I wonder, because it's like, effectively you're paying for, especially like in you know, because you'd have to have a Jack Sparrow medal. Like, effectively, like, you're paying for a Johnny Depp in a medal. Like, I wonder if other characters get away with it because the characters don't look like themselves for sure, but I wonder if Johnny Depp's likeness extends to only like the major property of Kingdom Hearts 3, like, I don't know. Sure, like, I think it matters tremendously. I fucking think Dream Eaters matter so much, and everyone's just like forgetting about that. Goddamn Chirithies, every single person has one. Ava literally said the world we're going to is made out of dreams. Maybe she was being tricked though. Because maybe she thought we were going into dreams. And we're actually going into data. And that's what Lucia told her. And that's part of the reason she's pissed off. And turned evil and killed Strelitzia. What? Who said that? Secret reports. Oh god. Oh yeah. Okay, we're just gonna get the defense symbol and then we're out of here. Okay. Cux defense trait. Please, just give it to me. Please, God. Why don't I have it? I had a... Looking for a while. Yeah, I want to, guys. I want to. I always get like so bogged down on my own scripts though, and I want to make it like an entertaining story for you guys as I'm telling it, that I get delayed for so... I get delayed too much on my own bullshittery. Around between the data and the dream worlds. The Twilight. Yeah, sure, why not? Could Ephemera have killed Strelitzia? We don't know. I mean, potentially. I don't think so. But your guess at this point is as good as mine. Oh, Andrew, hey, yeah, good. We're alright, guys, we can stop the video now. Andrew's here. Okay. Could Ava... You're talking about alibi. We know that... We know that our character and Skald walked into a house, met with Gula, had a little conversation. Us two definitely walked out. Gula didn't? Gula didn't, because the Chirithis never say, we saw Gula coming out of the house. Strelitzia walks in pretty soon afterwards, while we've walked up and gone off to fight our little dark Chirithi up on the bridge. Strelitzia walks in straight after, gets killed. My current theory now is that Ava runs back from fighting Lushu. Back into that house, maybe to tell Gula what happened. See Strelitzia walking in and kill Strelitzia. That's my current theory. We don't necessarily know that Gula never left, only because everyone runs off and heads up north from our perspective to go fight Dark Cherokee, basically. And at that moment, Strelitzia walks in. Like, as we're fighting, Strelitzia's walking in. Someone said something cool. We have Gilliam. I can't say your name. Why can't I say it? My brain doesn't work. We have a motive, an alibi. We're fighting Dark Cherokee at that time, and Skald is there with us. I think. Or does she leave as well? No, she leaves as well. I still think the Gula we speak to is an imposter. It's very potential. Definitely potential. And yeah, of course, anyone could, like, use a little teleportation if they wanted to. I suppose. I don't think it was Gula. I think... Because Ava knows where Gula is, right? She literally hid him in that house. I think. No, because then... No, she hit him at one point, but then Gula went off to go do his own thing after he admitted to her he was trying to summon Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, Ven's a very popular theory, for sure. And I think there's good reason behind that. Especially Venita's saying his whole, like, I am darkness thing. There's definitely good reason for that. Hey, Lost Lightning, how you doing? Congrats on finishing the exam. Alright. Hey, Scarf, how you doing? So, thanks in a big part to Secret Reports in chat right now. I'm sort of running with the idea of, like, okay, you're Master Ava. You live in this happy, peaceful little life in literal paradise of Daybreak Town. When this dude rocks up in a black coat, and he calls himself the Master of Masters, and he goes, hey, you five, you're my apprentices now. Here's a Keyblade. Here's all this responsibility and power and everything. Oh, by the way, the world's gonna end. Here's a book telling you how exactly it's gonna happen. Bye. One of you's a traitor, bye. And you think you've been put in charge to save the world. You think you've been given this responsibility to do something about it. You know, you've got this literal world full of kids that you're trying to look after and guide and also protect, while keeping the balance of the entire universe in check. And basically trying to safeguard the entire universe as you know it with your magic Keyblade. You're trying to do it with your 4 friends, but you think one of them's a traitor. You can't trust anyone, and you're stressed out of your goddamn mind. And you get so desperate that you, even though it's impossible, you try and search out the Master of Masters. That fails, so you try and search out the one guy who might know where he is, Lushu. And you go, oh, alright, oh fuck, alright, finally found you, Lushu, what's going on? The war is imminent, it's literal days away, what the hell do we do? And he goes, you don't do anything. You've been doing everything perfectly so far. You are meant to do all of this because the Keyblade War is supposed to happen. It has to happen. It's been foretold to happen. You are literally making it happen by existing. There is no way you can avoid it. She goes, what the fuck are you talking about? There's no way that's true. And Lucia goes, yeah, it's totally true. Everything that was designed to happen is happening right now. I am here to watch and make sure the war happens. And then Ava goes something like, there's no way that could happen. You're just twisting the Master's words for your own selfish ambitions. Lushu, are you the traitor? And then she jumps, attacks him, causes the war to happen, this, that, the other. Realizes that she's been tricked utterly, convincingly, and thoroughly. And has basically sacrificed, unintentionally, all of these kids. You know, all the people that she's meant to protect. And basically she's led them to their own death. At her hands, basically, because she didn't see through the deception. She let herself be tricked. And essentially decides to take revenge. At that point, she's like, fuck the Master's plan. The Master is gonna continue his weird experiments on all of these kids. you know, it wasn't enough that he caused them all to basically die the first time, but now the ones that I personally recruited are going to be sent into another layer of hell. No, to hell with that. I'm going to stop them. I'm going to free them from that torment. The 5 that I picked to be the new union leaders, I'm going to interrupt these plans at all costs. I'm going to literally kill one of the ones he picked. Because I'm literally the only one who could know. I'm literally the only one who can know which 5 have been picked. I'm going to kill one of the ones that's been picked. Because I know Skald and Ephraim are friends. They've probably told each other. So they would be suspicious if one of them goes missing. You know, Brain and Malusha as well. Lorium as well, yeah, maybe, but... But anyway, I'm going to kill Strelitzia, put a mole in her place, and send the mole into the next world as well, to, at all costs, make sure the Master's plan doesn't happen. Even though that, in itself, was all playing into the Master's plan. I don't know, that's the current theory. But I'm going to try and script it out better, but that's the current theory. She's not going to go with them into the next world because, I don't know, she's like given up all hope at that point. She's completely fucking given up. She fights us in the Keyblade Graveyard, and then when we beat her, she's like, good on you, go and join the Dandelions. Because she knows this world is doomed. And I guess she hopes the Brain will fuck up the simulation of wherever we're going to end up. To the point where it's a better alternative than staying where we are right now. Like, even though it's part of the Master's plan, the Master's trap, it's still a better alternative than being where we are right now, about to definitely die, for sure. Anyway, what do you think? Ava died at Daybreak Town. No, she didn't. She fights us at the exact same time the rest of us do. Kefka, Gestar. Maybe we do. Maybe we become Luxord. Sherlock Holmes. I reckon Brain is going to try and send us to another world line. He's accidentally going to send us forward. In time. Well, rather, he's going to send Ephema, potentially our character, Lorium, Arena, potentially Strelitzia, potentially someone else, forward through time. Everyone else is going to get stuck where we are right now, as the world literally fucking floods, and we're going to have to, like, rebuild everything we know and love on top of the ruined, like, flooded ruins of the world. Why didn't Ava come back in the Keyblade Graveyard? I wonder if she has, like, some way of resisting Lushu's plan. Like, if Lushu's, like, trying to summon them back. I wonder if she can somehow resist that. What's the quote? So Ava didn't make it after all. Secret reports. He says the Lost Masters will awaken. That means, to me, they've been asleep. Not necessarily that they're dead. I think they're in, like, potentially in a sleeping world. Well, Kefka, she might not be a willing participant. She may be a literal chess piece, a literal piece of the game. But, you know, you move a pawn around. The pawn isn't going, oh, tell me what to do, I can't wait. It's being moved around. How much do we trust the entire game? That secret report, that's the implication that I got. It was like it was potentially a sleeping world. Or they were in, like Ven, a state of sleep. Something to that effect. Who's beefing me? Hey, Steph Thumb, thanks for the subscription. Appreciate it. The power of waking brings back waking brings back the dead. Well, yeah, but as long as they have some sort of connection to this world still. Yeah, Ericus, like, they showed his freaking... I don't trust X, I trust Union Cross. Interesting. Interesting. Whoop. We faded out for a second there. can damage the memories in the transport. Yeah, it would make sense for an accidental transfer. Yeah, like I said, I think Brain is accidentally going to send us to the future. I think whatever he thinks he's going to do is going to go wrong. But again, it will all be part of the Master's plan. Well, you guys follow me. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Thank you very much, guys. Young Xehanort says data can't dream, and he's a pretty knowledgeable guy. Well, they also said a heartbeat can't be encoded into data. Yet they trapped Roxas in a data world for ages. Yet Data Sorrow seems to have developed his own heart. So I'm not too sure. Can people in a dream world go into a further data world from that point? Now, Volcus, that's what I want to know. Seriously, that is exactly what I want to know. Like, what the fuck made him rock up at that moment? He's meant to be off, you know, in Japan. Why the hell is he coming back to the Kingdom Hearts universe just to talk to Xehanort? Is he... I talked about this theory months and months and months and months ago, but... I had this, like, cyclical theory where the Master of Masters was basically Xehanort and Ericus' master. And he's fascinated with the Keyblade War, right? He's fascinated with it. Which comes from the quote of, you know, yeah, the Master's favorite story, which is what, you know, young Xehanort and young Ericus are talking in the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 3, and the whole cutscene with, you know, the lost Keyblade Masters, yeah. Yeah, the Master's favorite story, the one he talks about all the time, whatever. And I was thinking, like, okay. So if the Master of Masters is the master of Ericus and young Xehanort, and he's fascinated with the Keyblade War, he's friggin' fascinated with it. And to the point where he discovers what actually happened was he learns that when the original Keyblade War happened, it was fought over the Keyblade. The original Keyblade War was fought over the Keyblade. It split the entire universe into what it is now, into the separate worlds. But the Daybreak Town component, the absolute epicenter of the war itself, became a dreaming world. You know, it was in the same way that other worlds that were consumed by darkness started to dream. The epicenter of the war, Daybreak Town itself, or at least where the war began, let's say Daybreak Town, began to dream, right? A dreaming world will basically conjure up inhabitants that don't necessarily live there anymore, like, you know, the dreaming versions of friggin' Yensid's Tower and the dreaming versions of, like, the Musketeers world are dreaming of a time when Mickey, Donald, and Goofy were there, even though that's not what's happening to them right now. Obviously, Mickey, Donald, and Goofy are off somewhere else. Sorry. But the dreaming world is still dreaming of that moment. So what if the dreaming Daybreak Town is dreaming of the Keyblade War over and over and over again, and it keeps dreaming of it, it keeps dreaming that, you know, the war began, it happened, and reset. The war happened, it began, and ended, reset, whatever, reset. Let's say the Master of Masters is aware of the original Keyblade War and its inhabitants trapped in this dreaming world, trapped in this hell over and over and over and over and over again. And basically decides, oh, okay, cool. And he goes in there and he's like, okay, what's up? Hi, I'm me. Whatever. War happens, reset. War happens, reset. War happens, reset. But he's the only one that can, like, keep his memories, because he doesn't belong there. And every time the war happens, it just resets, it just resets, it just resets. It never actually ends. But he gets to the point, Groundhog Day style, where he knows literally everything that's possibly going to happen. Every possible thing that's ever going to happen in that world. And so he writes a book of prophecies, which isn't really a book of prophecies, it's just like, if you took Bill Murray's character's name in Groundhog Day, and the amount of time he spends in, what's the town? Saskatchewan, or wherever the hell the town's called? If you took his memory of that town, of that 24 hours that was going to happen, and wrote down everything he knew about it, he could fill out an entire book, obviously, with exactly what was going to happen on that day. So the Master of Masters fills out his book of prophecies, but basically decides to free himself from this trap, right? He knows he's fucking trapped in here because he's stuck, and the war is always going to happen the way it's going to happen. He can't escape from it. So he goes, okay, what if we go another layer of dreams down? That's going to be our escape. We'll go another layer of dreams down. So, long story short, he pulls it off. Long story short, everyone goes one more layer of dreams down. And in this dream, potentially in this dream world down, maybe not. Let's say on one of the resets, the reset that we watched, the back cover, he gives everyone Dream Eaters, which can exist there because obviously it's a dream world. He gives everyone Dream Eaters, and he begins this plan. Everyone's got a Dream Eater, whatever, he's in control. He takes his little group of dandelions that go bloop, down to the next layer, and in that next layer, they also get given a little pet, which is the pet that we carry around with us in Union Cross. And then, from whatever, I don't know, he can do whatever he wants from there, but point is, I don't know, Master of Masters is somehow able to pop back up. I don't know. I sort of lose my train of thought there. But, yeah. Blah. My brain stopped working. Ouch. Anyway, I missed chat like the entire time. What are we talking about? What do you guys think? That sound crazy? During Kingdom Hearts Cross, because Young Xena mentions fairy tales in his Michael Mastery channel. Yeah, completely agree. Completely agree, Secret Report. Seriously. It's tricky. I just cannot let go of the fact that there are Dream Eaters running around everywhere. And the Mora seems to have a friggin' huge boner for that, basically. Just like, he loves it. He loves these Dream Eaters. He loves these Dream Worlds. But then again, he seems to have got bored of it. And now Data Worlds are back in vogue. He didn't make these games on... He didn't make these games on accident, is what I'm trying to say. Like, he didn't make RE coded full of data worlds to basically give us the to give us the knowledge on data worlds. He didn't make 3D to give us the knowledge on dream worlds to then have them not be important later on. Like, he doesn't make these games on accident. There's always a convoluted point to him, no matter what the point happens to be. There's always a point. Pre-Wreck-It Ralph translations have finally come out. Yeah, me too. I did my best in that latest video, but I still think I'm probably a little bit off. I did my best though. I did my absolute best. Go watch that video. Go watch that video. Oh boy, are we done yet? Does anyone have a link to like the defense trait? I don't know why I don't have it. I had them all at one point. Let's go on the Kingdom Hearts. It's Discord channel. I think they usually have Union Cross assets, I think. Try to summarize the basics of Union Cross's existence the other day. I realized the entire game's a gauntlet, yeah, of all the things we've learned from the past. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Yeah, you nailed it. Yeah, again, he's not doing this on accident. Like, he's always got very clear intentions about what he's trying to do. That might be a bit too far, but... There's a purpose behind every game. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Still gonna make a video after this actually talking about Kairi. Oh my god. What did you think of Kingdom Hearts 3 though? Like, I sort of got let down by the very end of it. I don't know. Like I hated Xehanort's turn, if you will. Like, if you wanted him to be a sympathetic hero the entire time. Sympathetic villain, rather. I don't know. Just joining in, what is the difference between the old and the new Kairi? The old one gives you back gauges and a HP restore. This one gives good buffs, but not nearly as good as the other one. Doesn't give any debuffs whatsoever, apart from when you cast the Supernova. Gives a strength buff, like a physical strength to the literal number on your medals goes up by 5,000 for upright medals when you cast a Supernova, and 500 every single time you cast it. So if you have extra attack, that means plus 1,000. If you copy it, let's say 2 or 3 or 4 times, that means plus whatever, whatever. It's an interesting medal for sure, but not. It needs some support to make it work well. Well, yeah, I mean, that's kind of why I made the video, because I was like, I don't think anyone understands that the Keyblade War actually has happened already. We're living in the past of that. We're living in the aftermath of that. This Kairi is a good medal. It's interesting, and I'm hoping this mechanic's going to come to other medals, because I don't know, especially like adding strength to both upright and reverse medals at the same time. Like, I'm pretty sure that's going to happen eventually. That's what you want to pull for. I don't think you want to pull for this Kairi. I don't think. Jeremy, well, I wish I got to play it a bit, but not enough. I wouldn't mind playing it now, but... And you talk about being disappointed in Kingdom Hearts 3. I just didn't like the way the end was pulled off. I don't know. The way I understood it... No, that's all fine. Just his speech at the very end where he's like... In the beginning there was light, and then there was darkness, and then the darkness corrupted the light. Saying it like it's a bad... Like, the light was the real pure thing the entire time, and it's such a shame that the light was ruined. So we need to bring back the light. And it's like, what? No. He wanted a balance. In Birth by Sleep, he said, I want a goddamn balance. That's the tyranny of light. There's too much light. There needs to be an even balance of light and dark to balance the universe out. So I'm going to re-fight the entire goddamn Keyblade War to get the Keyblade to unlock Kingdom Hearts so I can have that power to effectively reset the universe. Everything he's doing is a means to opening up bloody Kingdom Hearts and getting the power to reset the universe back to an even slate. So I don't get where his ending of, oh, no, too much darkness, not enough light, at the end is coming from. It's like, what? No, what? No. That's not what your character was at all. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't know. If it was a mistranslation, then I could sort of be okay with it, but I don't know. Like, there would probably be easier ways to reset the universe. You'd probably even, like, ask some of the good guys to help you with that. Because right now the universe isn't so great. Their entire universe is, like, split friggin' asunder. like the realm of light is more or less destroyed, with only tiny little surviving worlds at the very, very end left. There you get a bloodstained. Well, tell me then, like what? I'm gonna do this again. Alright, we're doing it again. Boys and girls, we're doing it again. Let's pull up Xehanort's speech at the very end of the game. I wouldn't get Kairi, Stefan. I don't think so. If you're gonna like VIP Mercy it, yeah, maybe I suppose, but I don't know. I don't think it's too hot shit. Alright, we're doing it again. We're doing it again. Tell me if the volume's too loud. Yep. Because I could have mistranslated it the first time I heard it. Misheard it the first time. I'm willing to accept that. Alright, tell me how the volume is. Right now it's not visible at all.
Why? Ow.
It's over now. You lost.
I'm gonna get bloody copyright struck for this, probably.
No, look. You are too late.
Are we really?
I don't know.
That's what I thought, Sherlock. I thought that was the goal. To get the power to wipe the universe clean and start again.
The world will be returned once it starts.
Which is what sounds like what he wants here. I got no problem with any of this. I got a problem with this sentence right here.
And from that darkness came light.
Okay.
From the light came the people. And the people had hearts.
Okay, fine.
Evil burgeoned.
Oh, no.
Those hearts.
No. Xehanort, stop.
More darkness.
Stop.
And that darkness.
No. This is not what your character has been the entire time.
The light, the symbol of the world's hope, was devoured by shadow.
Why are you saying these things?
Leaving nothing but ruin and utter failure.
He's been pissed off the entire time because he thinks even in this ruined, crumpled state, there's nothing left of the realm of light. And he still thinks there's too much light. He still thinks right now, because of his limited perspective of what he can see, there's too much light. We gotta, restart it. More darkness next time around. So what the hell's he talking about now?
But the first light, the light of Kingdom Hearts, it can give us a new start. An empty world, pure and bright.
But he hasn't wanted that the entire time. He doesn't want a pure and bright world. He wants one that exists in harmony, as he calls it, of light and dark. That's my problem with it. I don't think those two sentences seem to clash with each other, right? Am I crazy? And again, if he's so concerned with light, I don't think he'd be friggin' slashing Kairi in the back. Jesus H. Is it a mistranslation? Like, okay, I mean, I'm happy to believe that. I think half of this sentence is a mistranslation. Half of his speech is mistranslation. Everything up to like... Everything like from here, I think is a mistranslation. But that's like... That's a lot. This is along the lines of balanced. Well, I can believe that, because that would make sense to me. Again, like, when I got to this point, I was like, what the fuck happened? Everything was going so well until we got to, well, debatably, but everything was going pretty well until we got to this point. And then I was like, Xehanort doesn't want... He wants to refight the Keyblade War just to get his hands on the goddamn Keyblade so he can open up Kingdom Hearts, the source of all light in the universe, and rebuild the universe from the ground up to meet his vision. But in talking about, like, there was light, and the darkness corrupted the light, and then it was another failure or whatever. That was the Keyblade War that made that, so why would he think making another Keyblade War is somehow gonna be a bad part of that? I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I'm happy to watch, like, the Japanese version of the same scene and have that, like, translated. But, I don't know. I probably should do that, actually. I should probably look up, like, an actual translation of... Maybe I'll ask Ryuji what he's doing for a day. Maybe he can help me out with that. Because this never made any sense to me. The last 6 months I've been bothered by this final scene. And again, only, like, the last half of it, too. He wants to purge the world. Totally consistent. Totally consistent. And then just that last little bit. Like, what? I need to find the trait symbol first, Dan, then I can do it. Should have let Xehanort succeed, so there would be canonically explain why there are no load times on PS5. J-pop, you lost me a little bit, but I like it anyway. Just realised the chat goes away when... Restream chat, where the heck is that? Yeah, it's hiding behind there, but anyway. Focus up. The Keyblade War was to get the Keyblade, which will unlock Kingdom Hearts. That's what Birth by Sleep said. That's what even Kingdom Hearts 3 said. Reddit's got some good threads on this. Okay, I wouldn't mind reading it. I might go look that up. Did it? Ashley? She's a pretty easy skip. Oh, I'd say so. Wish Slan and Amoy got to do Kingdom Hearts 3 before he left this world. Yeah, I like Rocket Howard, but I don't know if... I think you have so many games, you know, you Birth by Sleep, Kingdom Hearts 3D, and then the big finale to the story. It would have been nice to even have someone like... And they got someone with like a similar like acting caliber or acting chops to Leonard Nimoy. Totally fine, but it is a very big departure from the voice we've heard him do before. Yeah. Feels wrong to skip a Kairi. Skip it the first time around. Do what we always do. If you don't have enough for it now, wait till it comes back as a mercy. I feel like the replicas and the no-names created weren't connected. Were they? Maybe I'm forgetting something. How do you mean connected? I know you can have a big open world with no draw distances. Gotcha. Why do you think he wanted replicas of himself? I just think he wanted 13 pure darknesses, and that was the only way he could like guarantee to do it. Because he couldn't trust his regular organization 13 to get the job done for him. Because half of them would betray him, half of them would whatever. And he's like, fuck it. You guys can just be vessels then. I'll still keep my organization 13, but you guys can be vessels. Wessels. Alrighty, we need, for the 80th time. There was only one big world, correct. Yeah, that's what one of my first videos about, I think. And then it got, like, split into bitses. Then we solved the whole Sigil Heartless and Union Cross being a problem. Yeah, it's a huge problem. It's a huge problem. Which, yeah, has not been addressed at all. What time is it here? 5:15 in the morning. That's the only one. Keeping the party in top 500 by yourself. Don't accept that. Go find a better party. Tell them to go suck a lemon. You ain't working for them no more. Take this job and shove it. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Did I say that video before? That which video? J-Pop, where are you, buddy? J-Pop. There he is. Oh yeah, where they show off Spider-Man loading in like fractions of a second. Dude, that's so cool. I can't wait. If they can pull that off, that'd be amazing. But I mean, they're talking about like a current gen game loading really quickly, which the Final Fantasy thing. What was I whistling? I don't even know. Whoa, what's happening? Sykes to kind of betray him with a replica he had Demix delivered for Roxas. That wasn't Sykes. Connor, hit me. He acted on behalf of Ansem the Wise. Well, they acted pretty much together. No. Was it Sykes? I thought it was Ansem the Wise. Ansem the Wise was trying to fuck with the organization. Just leave. Join a better party. What do you need, Nubian? Sorry, my nose is all gunked up. I apologize. Whew. Was he? It's been a long time since I did it. The card. Luxor gives Soros a portal to the past to change the future. I could buy it. I could buy it. Yeah, I still don't know if the card's gonna be, like, revealed to be how... like, Sora saved Kairi, or if it's gonna be a thing that plays into the future, gets him back from whatever crazy world he's in. I like the idea that you can return back to the Kingdom Hearts universe if you have some sort of, like Kairi's letter brought Sora out of the Realm of Darkness. If you have some sort of like anchor point to the Kingdom Hearts universe, you can be brought back somehow. So like if I don't know, Luxord's given Sora his little card, presumably Luxord will be reformed into his original persona after Kingdom Hearts 3, most likely. Missed. Prude. I've got an SSD on the PS4. Yeah, buy it. It's been. Alright, we'll talk Kairi real quickly. We'll talk Kairi. So, let me just hide the race train chat real quick. Where is it? Yeah, the amount of damage she's got a respectable multiplier. Like that 13.80 is nothing to scoff at. That's pretty friggin' respectable, especially with the 200% booster this month. So she's hitting with, let's say 23,000 strength with Chips and Dales, times 114. That's pretty friggin' insane. And plus whenever she hits, she's giving herself another 5,000 strength. So she's hitting almost as hard as Roxas is with these, plus 5,000, 30,000 damage. She's hitting pretty friggin' hard with really good buffs. Focus side, exactly. Anyway, what does she do? Decent buffs, doesn't affect the counter, costs 0 gauges to use. whenever you cast her, she gives a 500 strength to all of your upright metals. Whenever you supernova her, which again you get once per battle, you get another 5,000 strength. That's pretty friggin' ridiculous. I think we can pretty safely say it's added onto the base total, but I suppose that hasn't been technically confirmed just yet. I should ask Endo actually. Anyway. Going to ask about the upright on the strength boost. Yeah, so only upright metals. That's the first slot on Wreck-It Ralph. Blue. What do we say? Yeah, so blue. No, power. So power. Power, speed. Magic, power, speed. Endo's a great dude. Kairi's amazing in Unicross. Gets a bad rap. Gets a bad rap in every other game. Yeah, she's definitely a hybrid buffer / offensive metal this time around. I think with, again, how much every single metal costs nowadays, having a 0 gauge cost metal is still pretty damn good. Sorry. Sherlock, yeah, I know, right? I know. Yeah, just take Starlight, but swap around the power and the magic slots, and you've got Bad Guy Breaker. The speeds stay the same. Empire. Cutscene power. Put it out, dude. Definitely do it. Definitely. Someone's gonna do it. Alright, well, we just need to find that defense image and then we can do our last pull and then I can go to bloody bed. Please. Oh boy. Oh jeez. Where did I get the Twitter bot for the channel? Twitter bot for the channel. Oh, Chirithy. I think you can just program any of these like Discord bots. It's nearly 5:30 in the morning. You can program like any of these Discord bots just to like watch a channel and just pull updates from it. I can show you later if you want. Just send me a message. What if there was a metal you could only cast once, but it does a certain amount of damage each turn, regardless of buffs? I mean, there are fixed damage metals. They're just typically not the strongest in the game. They're typically like quite weak, and with the power creep, invalidated pretty quickly, unfortunately. When is tier 10 coming? So I reckon wait till all the Organization 13 metals are out, and then we got pretty good chances of that coming out. That's my thought, anyway. But I don't know. I mean, Anniversary seems like a pretty safe bet. Seems like a pretty safe little bet. Any day now I'm going to find this image I'm looking for. It's going to be so great. Released the previous Kairi. That's enough to get a tier 9 medals if I remember correctly. It can't have been too long after that, after she came out, because it was the TVA medals, individual ones that were the first tier 9s, right? I was sure tickets only gave trait medals. You're a madman. That's what you are. Have I found it? Yippee! I found it! Ha ha ha! Thank God. No, actually, I don't have work tomorrow. On the day off. That's why I'm here right now. I love you guys, I don't love you that much. I'm sorry. I can't wait to find out that I probably already had this trait. Image, thank God. Defense. Alright, we got it. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Asset, traits. Defense, Assets, icons, where are you, buddy? Yeah, I found it, and it's also too big. Is it confusing if I have defense with no attribute and then strength behind it with the upright attribute? Is that confusing, people? Is that confusing? Like, is the implication there still that there's no icon over defense, therefore it's all medals get defensive boosts? To a half thing. We don't know if that's going to be the case forever, though, Gilham. I still can't say your name. Fuck. I'm sorry. Put an upright medal. Yep. Half strength, half defense. But also, we don't know if it's going to be like that for everything. Like I said, for Supernova, it doesn't increase defense at all. It's just strength. And it's not upright defensive medals only. From what I can tell, it's every single medal gets an upright. Let me switch the strength and defense, unless I misunderstand it. Which one? Sorry. Because my fear is that if I have like strength on the left, defense in the middle, if I have this thing in the middle, it'll imply that it's for both. But if I've got it on the right hand side here, I'm trying to apply that it's only for... I mean, I could do like... I could like separate them like that. Wait. Click, click. How's that? Like a clear space between the two. What do we think? Alright, so I'm gonna hide my big dumb face. And then that will be it. I think that's it. I think there's nothing else I can cram onto this stupid thing. Alright, we satisfied. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your help. I think we're happy with that. I think that deserves a pull, don't you? I reckon it does. We could probably do the Xion one right now, honestly, but we won't. We won't do it just yet. Click. Oof. Crack the neck. Ready for more story quests. Yeah, me too, buddy, me too. We get some more proud today, I think, but... actually, that's going to be some more jewels. Exactly. Exactly. C'est magnifique. Pokey, I hate you, but you're right. Austin, it's not... I don't think it's over, right? Alright, let's do this pull before the game freezes. Our last ones. Here we go. Last possible ones we can do. And I would do content, but I think game's just gonna freak. Fuck, no 7 stars. Damn you. That's a trash pull, whatever it's gonna be. Ew. That's a really, really, really bad pull. Ew. That was atrocious. Zankies, I just kept trying, and eventually it worked. I just kept trying. That's all I can tell you. New background with a wider aspect ratio for future medals. I mean, potentially. Potentially. Dan, you're probably right. You're probably right. The one medal used to be good. Which one? How can you tell? Because the 7-star animation is a little bit lighter and like a lot spikier. Like, I didn't get any 7 stars that time either, did I? Like that one. See how he's like hella spiky, and the gold is so shiny now that it's actually white. I think this is kind of like too much, honestly. Like that. This is really good in my opinion. Like that beautiful gold. I don't know. It's nice. I think this one goes too far, to the point where it looks kind of ugly. I don't know. That's just me. I think the reverse ones look good. Like you can tell what's supposed to be happening there, like the spikes and everything. It doesn't lose from the overall dark effect, but I'm sorting by new right now. We only had one good pull. It was the very, very first time we did. No. It's always the end. What's literally popping up is literally what you're about to get. So you can tell how many 7 stars you're going to get straight away. And it will always pull up the best, quote unquote, best medal you get first. That's how I knew straight away there was not going to be any 7 stars, because if there were, it would have popped that up first. I got a boosted amber with ground in it. I am more than satisfied with those. Like, even if I got... Well, I did get nothing else. But I said from the start, even if I get nothing else, I'm happy. And that's the truth. I'm ecstatic. Very, very, very happy with that. So, one cannot complain whatsoever. I got 2 trait medals for this boy. 2 trait medals for that boy. And I think I got 2 Zac trait medals as well. New Mickey, that's kind of cool. Look at these glowing boys back to back. Look at this frozen boy here, right here. Alright, I think that's a sign. I think that's a sign. Alright guys, I should probably do a video about the new Kairi. And I kind of want to do a 3.3.0 video as well. Bloody hell. That's going to be tricky to do though, because the game keeps crashing. Yeah, alright. I should go. Either way, I should stop the stream because it's been going for nearly 3 hours. Boosted Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora as well. Bloody hell. Very good. But no, I appreciate you guys coming around. Gonna jump on the Amber Trade avatar board when it shows up. Maybe. I don't have enough jewels, but maybe. Anyway, guys, we'll see you really soon. Thank you so much for being here again. It's been a lot of fun. But yeah, hope you guys have a good day, and we'll see you really soon, hopefully. But yeah, we'll play some Spyro. I know, dude, Austin, it's so nice to have that storage cleared up. It's amazing. Alright, guys. Thanks very much. Take care. Bye.